Welcome to a journey into the mysterious world of quantum consciousness. Fasten your intellectual seatbelts because things are about to get weird. Today, we explore the fascinating idea that our thoughts and awareness might be influenced by the strange rules of the quantum world. Could it be that the very essence of who we are, our consciousness, is somehow intertwined with this quantum weirdness? Hold on to your hats, folks. Okay, let's start with the basics. What exactly is quantum mechanics? It's a question that has puzzled and fascinated scientists for over a century. In a nutshell, it's the set of rules that govern the universe at the smallest scales, the realm of atoms and the particles within them. These rules are vastly different from the classical physics that govern our everyday lives. One of the most mind-bending concepts in quantum mechanics is superposition. This principle defies our common sense and challenges our understanding of reality. Imagine a tiny particle, like an electron, that can be in multiple states at the same time. It's a bit like a magic trick, but it's very real and has been proven through countless experiments. It's not just that we don't know which state it's in, it's actually in all of them simultaneously, like a coin spinning in the air before it lands on heads or tails. This phenomenon is at the heart of quantum mechanics. It's only when we try to measure it that it collapses into a single state. This act of measurement forces the particle to choose a state, a process that remains one of the great mysteries of quantum physics. And if that wasn't strange enough, there's entanglement. This is another mind-boggling concept that Einstein famously referred to as spooky action at a distance. Imagine two of these particles linked in such a way that even if you separate them by vast distances, they still influence each other instantaneously. This connection persists regardless of the space between them. It's as if they're communicating faster than the speed of light, defying the very fabric of space-time. Then there's wave-particle duality, another cornerstone of quantum mechanics. Sometimes these tiny particles act like waves, spread out over space, and other times they act like particles, localized in a single point. This duality is fundamental to understanding the quantum world. It's like they can't decide what they want to be, blurring the lines between matter and energy. This dual nature is what makes quantum mechanics so fascinating and perplexing. Now, you might be wondering, what does any of this have to do with consciousness? It's a question that bridges the gap between physics and philosophy. Well, some scientists believe that these bizarre quantum effects might play a role in how our brains work, influencing our thoughts, perceptions, and even our sense of self. This idea opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. Our brains are incredibly complex organs, with billions of neurons firing and communicating with each other every second. The complexity of these interactions is staggering. Could it be that these neural networks are tapping into the quantum realm, exploiting superposition and entanglement to process information in ways we're only beginning to understand? This could revolutionize our understanding of the mind. It's a wild idea, but it's not as far-fetched as it might seem. The intersection of quantum mechanics and neuroscience is a burgeoning field of study. Could it be that the answer lies in the quantum world, where the rules of reality are turned upside down? Only time and further research will tell. Consciousness, that feeling of awareness, of experiencing the world around us, of sensing and perceiving every little detail, of being a unique and individual I, distinct from everyone else. It's something we all take for granted, yet it remains one of the biggest mysteries in science, a puzzle that has intrigued minds for generations. How does a bunch of physical matter, like the cells in our brains, give rise to subjective experience, the rich tapestry of thoughts and emotions? Philosophers have been grappling with this question for centuries, pondering the nature of mind and soul. And scientists are still trying to pin down the neural correlates of consciousness, the specific brain activity that corresponds to our conscious awareness. But it's like trying to catch lightning in a bottle, an elusive quest that challenges our understanding. Some scientists believe that consciousness is an emergent property of complex systems like the brain, arising from intricate networks and interactions. Just as the behavior of a flock of birds emerges from the interactions of individual birds, creating a unified movement, consciousness might emerge from the complex interplay of billions of neurons, each contributing to the whole. Others believe that consciousness is a fundamental property of the universe, like space, time, or energy, an intrinsic aspect of reality itself. Could it be that our minds are tapping into a deeper level of reality, a hidden dimension where thoughts and intentions can influence the physical world? It's a tantalizing idea, one that opens up a realm of possibilities and questions. But before we get carried away with speculation, let's take a closer look at some of the specific theories that attempt to connect quantum mechanics and consciousness, exploring the cutting-edge ideas that bridge these two fascinating fields. The journey to understand consciousness is just beginning, and the answers may be more profound than we can imagine. Now we're getting to the heart of the matter, the quantum mind hypothesis. This is the idea that quantum mechanical phenomena, like superposition and entanglement, are not just happening in the microscopic world of atoms, but are actually playing out in our brains, influencing our conscious experience. One of the most well-known proponents of this hypothesis is Sir Roger Penrose, a renowned physicist, and Stuart Hameroff, an anesthesiologist. Together, they developed a theory called orchestrated objective reduction, or OR, which proposes that consciousness arises from quantum computations occurring within microtubules, tiny structures found inside neurons. Think of microtubules as the scaffolding of the neuron, providing structural support. But Penrose and Hameroff believe they do much more than that. They propose that these microtubules are the perfect size and structure to act as quantum computers, harnessing the power of superposition to carry out vast numbers of calculations simultaneously. They suggest that when these quantum computations reach a certain threshold, they collapse or reduce, influencing the firing of neurons and ultimately giving rise to conscious experience. Another intriguing aspect of the quantum mind hypothesis is the observer effect. Could it be that our consciousness is not just passively observing the world, but actively shaping it? Let's dive deeper into the rabbit hole, shall we? If the quantum mind hypothesis holds any water, it means reality as we know it is far more unstable and uncertain than we ever imagined. It means that the solid, dependable world we perceive is just a thin veneer over a seething cauldron of quantum possibilities. If our consciousness is collapsing wave functions, choosing one outcome from a multitude of possibilities, then it suggests that reality is not fixed but fluid, malleable and responsive to our observations. This has profound implications for our understanding of free will. If our choices are not predetermined by the laws of physics, but are influenced by quantum events in our brains, then it suggests that we have a genuine degree of freedom in our actions. We're not just puppets dancing to the tune of our genes or our environment, but conscious agents capable of making real choices that ripple through the fabric of reality. But here's the kicker: if reality is this unstable, this open to influence, then what does it mean for our sense of self? It's a mind-bending thought, and one that challenges our deepest assumptions about the nature of reality and our place within it. So, where does this leave us? What are we to make of all these mind-bending concepts and theories? We've journeyed into the bizarre world of quantum mechanics, a realm where particles can be in multiple places at once, and where the act of observation can change the outcome. We've explored the mysteries of consciousness, delving into the depths of the human mind and its potential connections to the quantum world. And we've considered the mind-blowing possibility that these two realms might be intertwined, that our very thoughts could be influenced by quantum processes. But what does it all mean for us here and now? How do these abstract ideas impact our everyday lives? First and foremost, I think it reminds us of the vastness of our ignorance. Despite our advancements, there's so much we still don't understand. We like to think we have it all figured out, that our scientific knowledge is complete, that science has all the answers. But the truth is, we're just scratching the surface of reality. The more we discover, the more we realize how much we don't know. The quantum mind hypothesis, whether it turns out to be true or not, forces us to confront some of the biggest questions we can ask ourselves. What is reality? What is consciousness? What is our place in the universe? Whether quantum consciousness remains a fringe idea or not, it forces us to think deeply about the nature of existence. What does it mean to be human? Even if quantum consciousness remains a fringe idea, even if it's ultimately proven wrong, the very act of exploring it expands our minds, challenges our assumptions, and pushes us to think differently about the world. And who knows, maybe it will lead us to new discoveries, new technologies, new ways of understanding ourselves and the universe we inhabit. While we're not building quantum consciousness-powered smartphones anytime soon, I believe that simply contemplating these ideas can have a profound impact on our lives. It can make us more humble, more aware of the interconnectedness of all things, more open to the mystery and wonder of the universe. In the end, it's not just about the science or the theories, it's about the journey of discovery, the quest for knowledge, and the endless curiosity that drives us to explore the unknown. So let's keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep our minds open to the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. It can make us more humble, more aware of the interconnectedness of all things, more open to the mystery and wonder of the universe. Whether or not quantum consciousness is real, one thing is certain. Reality is far more mysterious than we ever imagined. The universe is full of surprises, and the more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know. Could our thoughts shape the universe itself? Could consciousness exist beyond the physical brain? These questions remain unanswered, but they open the door to a deeper understanding of what it truly means to be alive. They remind us to stay curious, to keep asking questions, and to never stop exploring the wonders of the cosmos. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of the universe.